What if I told you your credit score could jump by 100 points without paying a single dollar to a credit repair company, without hiring an expert, and without waiting years? Sounds unrealistic, right? But here's the truth. Most people aren't stuck with bad credit because they're broke or unlucky. They're stuck because they're following outdated advice that simply doesn't work anymore in 2026. In fact, one small mistake, something as simple as using too much of your credit card limit or missing just one payment, can silently destroy your score, while a few smart moves can rapidly boost it. And the crazy part is, banks and financial institutions already know these strategies. They just don't openly tell you. So, if you've ever felt confused about why your score isn't improving, or frustrated because you're doing everything right, but seeing no results, this video might completely change the way you think about credit. Because today, I'm going to break down a simple, step-by-step system that anyone can follow to repair their credit, no matter how bad it looks right now. Whether you're starting from scratch with no credit history, trying to recover from past financial mistakes, or aiming to push your score into that elite range where you get the best loans, lowest interest rates, and maximum financial freedom, this guide is built for you. I'm not going to overload you with complicated jargon or outdated theories. Instead, you'll learn exactly how credit scores actually work behind the scenes, what really matters, what doesn't, and how to use that knowledge to your advantage. We'll go through the biggest mistakes that are secretly holding your score down, the exact steps you need to take to fix them, and some powerful 2026 strategies that most people still don't know about. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap, a system you can follow step by step to start seeing real improvements in your credit score faster than you probably thought possible. So if you're serious about fixing your credit and taking control of your financial future, stick with me, because this is the only credit repair guide you're going to need. Let's start with the foundation B, because if you don't understand how your credit score actually works, you'll keep guessing instead of fixing it. Your credit score isn't random. It's calculated using a very specific formula, and once you understand that formula, you can start controlling it. The biggest factor is your payment history, which makes up about 35% of your score. This means one late payment can do serious damage, while consistent on-time payments can slowly rebuild your score over time. The second most important factor is credit utilization, which is about 30%. This is simply how much of your available credit you're using. For example, if your credit card limit is $1,000 and you're using $800, that's 80% utilization, and that's bad. Ideally, you want to stay under 30%, and for the best results, even under 10%. Then comes the length of your credit history. The longer your accounts have been open, the better it is for your score. This is why closing old credit cards can actually hurt you. After that, you have your credit mix, basically a combination of different types of credit, like cards, loans, etc. And finally, new credit inquiries, which happen when you apply for loans or credit cards. Too many of these in a short time can lower your score. The key takeaway here is simple. You don't need to fix everything at once. If you focus on paying on time and keeping your utilization low, you're already controlling more than half of your credit score. Now that you understand how credit works, let's talk about the mistakes that are silently destroying people's scores in 2026. The first and biggest mistake is missing payments. Even one late payment can stay on your report for years and significantly drop your score. And it's not just about forgetting. Many people think paying a few days late doesn't matter, but once it crosses 30 days, it gets reported. The second major mistake is high credit utilization. A lot of people think as long as they pay their bill in full by the due date, they're fine. But what really matters is your balance before the statement closing date. If it's high at that moment, your score takes a hit even if you pay it later. Another common mistake is closing old credit cards. It might feel like a good idea, especially if you're not using them, but it actually shortens your credit history and reduces your total credit limit, which can increase your utilization. Then there's applying for too many credit cards or loans in a short period. Every application creates a hard inquiry, and too many of these signals risk to lenders. Finally, many people simply ignore their credit reports. Errors are more common than you think, and if you're not checking, you could be losing points for mistakes that aren't even yours. Avoiding these mistakes alone can put you ahead of most people. Now let's get into the exact system you can follow to repair your credit step by step. First, you need to check your credit report. This is non-negotiable. You need to know exactly what's hurting your score, whether it's late payments, collections, or errors. Once you have that, move to step 2. Dispute any inaccuracies. If there's anything incorrect, you have the right to challenge it. And getting negative items removed can quickly boost your score. Step 3 is to focus on lowering your credit utilization. Start paying down your credit card balances and aim to keep them below 30%, ideally under 10%. Step 4 is simple but powerful, and never miss a payment again. Set up automatic payments so you don't rely on memory. Even the minimum payment is enough to protect your score. Step 5 is becoming an authorized user on someone else's credit card. If they have a strong credit history, their positive behavior can reflect on your report and boost your score. This system works because it directly targets the biggest factors affecting your credit. You're not guessing, you're fixing the exact things that matter. And the best part is, you don't need to pay anyone to do this. You can do it yourself with consistency and discipline. Once you've handled the basics, it's time to level up with advanced strategies that can accelerate your progress. One powerful method is using a credit builder loan. These are designed specifically to help people build or repair credit by showing consistent payment behavior. Another option is a secured credit card, where you deposit money as collateral and use it like a normal card. This is perfect for rebuilding from a low score. A simple but effective trick is making payments twice a month instead of once. This keeps your balance low throughout the billing cycle and improves your utilization. You can also request a credit limit increase. If approved, this instantly lowers your utilization ratio, as long as you don't increase your spending. Another strategy is timing your payments. Most people don't realize that your balance is reported before your due date, so paying it down before the statement closing date can boost your score faster. Lastly, you can look into removing hard inquiries if they're unnecessary or incorrect. These strategies aren't complicated, but they require awareness. When used correctly, they can give you an edge and speed up your credit repair journey significantly. One of the biggest questions people have is, how long does it actually take to fix your credit? The honest answer is, it depends, but it's more predictable than you think. In the first 30 days, you might see small improvements, especially if you reduce your credit utilization or fix errors on your report. Within 3 to 6 months, consistent on-time payments and lower balances can lead to noticeable changes. And in 6 to 12 months, you can see major improvements if you stay disciplined. But here's the reality: credit repair is not instant. Anyone promising overnight results is either misleading you or using risky methods. Your credit score is based on behavior over time, so consistency is key. The good news is, once you understand the system, you're in control. Every on-time payment, every reduced balance, it all adds up. Think of it like building momentum. At first, progress feels slow, but over time, it accelerates. The important thing is to stay consistent and not get discouraged, because if you follow the right steps, improvement is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If you're starting with no credit at all, don't worry. Are actually in a great position to build a strong score from the ground up. The first step is to get a secured credit card. This requires a deposit, but it's one of the easiest ways to start building credit. Once you have it, use it for small purchases, things you would normally buy anyway. Pay the balance in full every month. This builds a positive payment history, which is the most important factor. Next, keep your utilization low. Even if you have a small limit, don't max it out. Stay under 30%, and ideally under 10%. Over time, you can also add another type of credit, like a small loan, to improve your credit mix. Another powerful option is becoming an authorized user on someone else's account. This can give you a head start by adding positive history to your report. The key here is patience and consistency. Building credit from scratch doesn't take forever, just requires the right habits. If you follow these steps, you can go from no credit to a strong score faster than most people expect. So, here's the reality: your credit score isn't just a number, it's a key. It's the difference between getting approved or rejected, paying high interest or low interest, living stressed or having real financial freedom. And the truth is, no one is coming to fix it for you. Not the banks, not the system, not some expensive credit expert. It comes down to you understanding how the game works, and now you do. You don't need shortcuts, and you definitely don't need scams. What you need is consistency. Paying on time, keeping your balances low, fixing what's wrong, and repeating the right actions every single month. That's it. It's simple, But it's powerful, because every smart move you make from today forward is building your future, whether that's buying a car, owning a home, or just having peace of mind knowing you're financially in control. And here's what most people won't tell you. Your starting point doesn't matter. Whether your score is low, average, or even zero, it can be rebuilt. People go from bad credit to excellent scores all the time, not because they're lucky, but because they follow a system and stay consistent long enough to see results. So now the question is, what are you going to do next? Are you going to keep ignoring your credit and hope it magically improves, or are you going to take control starting today? If you're serious about changing your financial future, start applying what you learned in this video right now. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more no-nonsense financial strategies. And check out the next video, where I show you exactly how to push your score into the 800 range, step by step. Your future self will thank you for it.